Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Glad to have you tuned in here with us tonight. I'm one of your hosts, Stacy Gaston, and I got my buddy here with me. He's also the other host, Joey Kirby. Guys, we're glad to have you in here with us tonight. As y'all just coming in, we got a few things we want to try to cover, and want to encourage you to be a part of the chat. Make sure y'all try to blow that chat up. I want to have problems trying to keep up with it as it's running by. I can't tell you again how much it means to us of you tuning in with us and being a part of our program. We're going to talk a little bit tonight about conservation, and we encourage you, if you have any questions to ask, make sure you ask that. And I want y'all to welcome Joey. Joey, what you got to say for yourself here this afternoon?
Ready to go fishing. A couple of buddies and I is going to go fishing tonight and try to catch some fish. It's rained here this morning. Stacy, I really don't have a whole lot. Maybe a announcement later on in the show about a big show that we got coming up at the end of the month. One of our a fellow that tunes in every week to our show. He's been a part of it behind the scenes. Several of the giveaways he's been a part of. He wants to remain behind the scenes, and would just like to give him a big shout out and let him know how much we appreciate him. And there's going to be a big show the last Tuesday of this month, and it just happened to fall on my birthday. It'll be June the 30th, and I will be 46 years old. And also, Stacy, one more thing so I do not forget. Chris Badgett, he does some wood crafts. Check that right there out. I know you're jealous because, well, I don't guess you are jealous. He sent that, and I will. I want to let him know I appreciate it, and it will never go anywhere. It'll be a part in there of my room that I keep a bunch of my stuff that I hold dear to me, and I want to let him know that I appreciate it. And again, one more time, thank you very much. That's a great job. So other than that, Stacy, I did see today where you have some more styles of rod holders coming out for people. I know they've been what they've been wanting, you've been bringing them. So I know when you first started it, you was trying to keep it steady, but it's done expanded to different lengths, different shafts, shirts, hats, decals, bases now. All of y'all go to smackdowncatfishing.com and check it out. And there's also some line cutters. If they're the same kind that I've seen Stacy use, they are a must. I've been jealous of him because he's had them on his boat the last few trips I went with him, and he's always, before he cuts it, I'll catch him looking over at me and just kind of not just wanting to say something. So them are coming out, and I promise you, I believe they're the ceramic type. I've seen him take his leader lines, 50, 80 pounds or whatever, 50-pound leader lines, his main lines, cuts it like butter, and those things are sharp. But
hey, Joey, you notice?
I think I'm ready to roll.
You notice the last time we was out, because I know people had problems cutting braid. We even grabbed a piece of your braid and just went through it. I mean, it just cuts through it. Chad was off fishing with me today. I had me one left in my little bag, and I put one on his little cooler. I said, that's put in a convenient place. And I said, man, it sure makes, if you're looking for something to cut, it's always just right there. It makes it very simple. I got my buddy Trent Williams tuned in tonight. Man, Smackdown, baby, is in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd Talon, and we got Steve Stacy. Steve Stacy is going to give a giveaway tonight. I'm going to hold on to this one to the very last thing. Guys, this is you got a high price item here that he's going to give away. We're going to give away a real catnapper rod at the end of this program. Danny Taylor, Jimmy, got him tuned in. There's a lot of people in chat. Guys, we want to go ahead and get started tonight. I know people done jumped in, and first thing they done went to put in SDC, and we're going to do some giveaways in just a little bit. I'm going to talk about a subject that's something dear to my heart. It's probably not always been, and really, I really used to not even be aware of it. And I think sometimes, and that's conservation. I hear and see so much stuff, and I probably take a different approach than most people do on this right here. I know a lot of people don't agree with, catch and release, and they throw things back, and a lot of times we bash people who do. But I found out years ago, and probably all of us have, if somebody goes to bashing you, you just turn a deaf ear and you're going about your business anyway, and you really don't make no progress in that area. What I like to do is try to educate a little bit of why I believe in the conservation and what I do. I was going back, Joey, looking through some old pictures that I had, and I go through them every now and then. We got an old album here at the house, and got one of my mom and daddy's for years of fishing, and fish just hung up between trees. And I'm talking, man, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 pounders, and just going catching hundreds of pounds of them and bring them to the house, and giving some of them away, cleaning some of them. And I look back now, and I'm thinking, man, I wish them big ones were still in that river swimming around. There's
Right.
no telling how big they can be now. And I don't know what your thoughts are on this, Joey, but as of years of starting to get into catfishing and moving into the trophy catfish, and I probably have started paying a lot more attention to it. And guys, one of the things that I look at is on the river that I fish on is just the decline that's taken place over the last 15 years in the quality of fish and the number of fish that you could catch at one time, and now you cannot do it. I've talked to biologists where I'm at. I've tried my best to figure out what's going on and what can be done, and really nobody has any information on that. I feel like the only way we can make progress is to have some kind of data that shows what used to be or what's progressing and which way, if it's building up or going down. And there's not a whole lot of it out there where I'm at. But I do take it personal when I go out. I don't take no fish. I don't know the last time I've even brought a fish to the house. I did catch some other day, and my wife said, "You gonna bring some of them home?" I said, "I think I'm gonna keep me 2 or 3 of these." They had me some of them about 3 or 4 or 5 pounds, and that afternoon rolled by. I reached in my live well and threw them back out. I said, I don't even feel like fooling with them when I get home. So
Yeah.
I really don't never keep any. I fish just for the fun of it and for the sport of it. I know there's a lot of guys out there that don't do that, and I respect everybody's decision. We live in a free country, and if you're abiding up under the rules of what is out there, there's really not much that I can say. And I want to continue to live in a free country, and I want you to have the freedom to do what you want to do, and I want to have the freedom to do what I want to do. I do want to make people, though, aware, if we continue to pull out these big trophy catfish, these 50, 60, 70, 80 pounders, put them in your live well. And I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be straight up. I have brought some 50 pounders home from the river just to show them off and turn around and give them away to somebody, just kill them. And that was years ago. And I would have a fit now, thinking, it bothers me now knowing that I done that, because that fish really didn't make no difference to me.
Yeah.
And guys, if you want your kids and your grandkids to be able to experience and to be able to fish for quality fish in 5 years or 10 years or 15 years from now, it's up to me and you to take care of what God's entrusted to us. Now, I can't help what nobody else does. All I can help do is what I do, and try to tell people why I do what I do. And it's for the main reason that I want to be able to preserve this right here, so I can come over here and catch fish and come back again and catch them. So I try to take a good care of the ones I catch. I make sure when I put them back in, they're lively and healthy and go back down. And I want to know that, hey, if I put a 50-pounder back, I told Brian, Big Bama Brian's what you call him, Joey. I told him today, he was asking me about the fish on the Alabama River. I says, well, a couple of years ago, I caught one 57 pounds. I said, I turned him loose, so I hope he's grown since the last time I caught him.
Yep.
Joey, what you got to say, man, and what you see in chat?
Just people agreeing. First off, maybe there's some few people that I know, Stacy, you and I fish a lot. And I know while we're fishing, we always try to somewhat preach it, educate people, and the reasoning why. A lot of times people see us, Stacy, when we catch big fish, we'll put them in a live well. So the first thing they're thinking is, man, boy, they're going to have some fillets tonight. We put about all of those great big catfish in there because when they, anything probably over 30 pounds or so, those 2 90-pounders that we caught, we put in the live well. All of those great big fish like that, man, when you reel them in, they're beat. They're tired. They're wore out. So Stacy, I know when we're fishing, Stacy will put them in the live well. We call them the smackdown jacuzzi. Let them relax a little bit, put air to them, fresh water circulating the whole time, an hour or so. And when they come out, they are ripping and roaring. So that's that. Each his own. I know, Stacy, last year I took several kids out, and I'm going to start here in the next month or so when the water gets right. I'm going to make it a goal to take 8 or 10 different kids out this year. And I always start out the trips. About every kid says, man, I want to take that one home. So I'll fill my live well up, and I'll set it in the live well at the beginning of the trip. Throughout the trip, I get them looking at fish finders, depth finders, and keep talking about these fish. And I say, man, what kind of fish you want to catch? And all them small kids have one thing in common. They're saying, I want to catch one this big. So as they do that, every kid's going to do it. And one of the musts that I make the kids that come with me is they got to love fishing. So they're wanting to learn. So throughout this trip, I'll keep showing them this fish. Most of the time we start out catching a few small ones, and I'll show them, man, if you want to fish this big, they all start out just like that fish in the live well that you've started out saying that you want to take home and eat. So at the end, make a long story short, at the end of the trip, I'll say, you want to take these home to eat, or someday do you want to catch a great big one? And I'll show them some pictures of fish that you and I have caught, other people have caught. And every kid that I took last year, which was I believe it was about 8 different families of kids that I took, all of them insisted on throwing them back. So you got to educate.
Yeah.
I don't care if people take them home and eat them, but in my opinion, there's no reason why anybody should take a 15, 20, 30, 60, 80-pound fish home. It's hard. It's hard not to take them and brag. But these phones, although a lot of times they don't do them justice, take a picture of them and let them go. That's my perspective on all of it,
I'm going to share this too, because I know people's got a lot of different ways of going about, and I've been on social media now for a while. I've seen some guys holding catfish up, and man, I see them hold them up, and I'm like, they fixing to be bashed. And man, they get so much trouble, and I'm thinking, you bash these guys from where I'm from, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They fixing to go out and catch 5 more just to spite that and bring them home and kill them. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to use this scenario. I've been a pastor for years and years. And, probably I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and I never got anywhere trying to bash somebody with the Bible. You know how that is. I remember the time, man, the preachers come to me and they was bashing me. I turned a deaf ear to them. I didn't want to hear a word they said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't like me now. You sure ain't going to like me a little bit later, what I'm fixing to be doing.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the way that is and how we respond to somebody bashing us, we always respond in a negative manner. But it's amazing what happens when you just try to just treat people good and you try to educate them. Then you all of a sudden, there's some guys around me, man, that when I first started doing this, probably been catch and release for the last 8 years at least. Man, they would send me pictures of the ones they had killed and big ones and just laughing, putting ha in there, and I wouldn't say a thing. I just go on about my business, nice fish, congratulations, and I went on there. And the more we started getting into fishing, some of them began to say, you know what, Stacy, I caught one the other night, I turned him back loose. You're starting to convince me that it's something to this. And that's how you make progress. It's the same way with anything else. You just love on people and let them know you care about them and tell them why you're doing what you're doing. I want their kids. I want their grandkids. Everybody that goes fishing, if we got in a boat today and we brought a little racker along and we said, well, racker, what you want to catch today? First thing out of his mouth, I want to catch a big one. Mm-hmm. That's what they want to catch. And so the only way you can do that is to take care of what's your steward over. And this is the way I look at this. I'm a steward over that. God's entrusted me with this. And I look at it like this. I look at it with the mindset, if I was the onlyest person who fished this lake, I'm going to take care of it. And I want to make sure that I do my part. I can't help what nobody else does, but I can do my part and also just educating people on this.
I agree, Stacy. Yet, the biggest, I'm going to throw this in there real quick. What's killing it all nowadays in my area? I can't speak in your area, Stacy, because I know you and I talk about it about every time we fish. Them people down there clean and eat them things, and they haul all they can catch. Well, the problem we have here in Kentucky on the Ohio and Green River, there's hoop nets everywhere. I've got word from and there's more people coming. I'll just leave it at that. All these people in this area are targeting big trophy catfish. What they do is by hoop netting, some of the people that don't know, they will lace hoop nets out in the river. They're big nets, kind of like a hula hoop. And they start out small, get bigger, or start out smaller and get bigger. And they here what they do, especially nesting times, spawning times, they will go to all these areas where they know these fish spawn, and they will put hook nets everywhere. A couple years ago, I know there's a few guys, and it's facts. They will haul out 12, 15, 18, 2,000 pounds a day of these trophy catfish. I'm talking not fiddlers for people to eat, not all of this stuff. So this is the deal here at Kentucky. If you have a pay lake, in my opinion, it should be 100% farm-raised catfish that your family can go and catch. Handicapped people, older people, veteran, whatever could go there. It'd be awesome for them to go there and catch farm-raised catfish. But the issue now is they're targeting these 40 to 100-pound catfish. All they can bring in these little bitty quarter-acre, half-acre ponds, and they're having fishing tournaments, fishing derbies. Literally a couple hundred people around a lake, shoulder to shoulder, catching these fish, and they're not going to live in there but a week or two to die. Pretty much snagging them. And I've even heard they make a liquid now they pour in there to make these big catfish bite. So the tax dollars is not going anywhere, because I promise you, you're not going to go to a pay lake and use a debit card or write a check. You're not going to do that. It's all cash. It's all, and most of it is illegal. There's hoop nets right now at a stretch down here. A friend of mine was talking last night. A good stretch, and they're strung out everywhere, Stacy. And it's and everybody always has the same input. How do they allow them to do that? even people that don't fish that will say, how are you allowed to do that? So I don't understand it, but that's the issue that we have here. You very seldom go down in our river, Stacy, ever, and see jugs and stuff like that. Maybe some people that's got campgrounds and stuff, and I'm all for that. That's perfect to me. If you're going to take them and have you a fish fry or something, then good deal. But why would anybody want to keep a 50 to 100-pound catfish, even with the right conscience? And, and a lot of them pay lakes are paying them guys $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 a live weight pound for them. So they're not, a lot of the commercial fishermen around here are not even worried nothing about fiddlers, or they're looking for them trophy catfish to pass along to them pay lakes, to go in them pay lakes, and they die in a matter of weeks. Literally, it's really sickening. It really is.
They can really put a hurt on a place, Joey. I know that here a couple of years ago, the hook netters, and it's supposed to be, I thought it's supposed to be illegal. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm almost 100% positive that it's illegal. If anybody's ever seen a gill net, that you can stretch it across a mouth of a major creek and try and catch everything that goes up, and even if they don't keep it, they kill it.
Right.
That fish is dead.
Right.
And I scratch my head and say, how is this even right?
I know.
I mean, you telling me that you can do this, and all the other stuff in this world that you can't get by with, and yet we allow this to happen? And so I will say this, and on this topic, money controls a lot of things, and that's and I would think that if catfishing had a voice, that a big voice. Right now, it's so much division and stuff, and everybody's trying to make a name for them. They worried about more of a name for themselves than they are, a group as a whole, of having a voice. You can sit here and talk about this, but until you got a voice, until you got some money, politicians are interested in one thing.
Right.
And they ain't worried about the size of that catfish. They worried about how many of them greenbacks that you got, and what kind of revenue you're turning. And so that's a big thing right there.
Stacey,
let's do a giveaway.
All right, and you and I talk about it all the time. I would love to see the revenue that Alabama, especially Wilson, Willer, Pickwick, where'd we go? Gunnersville. I would love to see the revenue that those 4 bodies of water there that run off that Tennessee River, that out-of-staters buy license to fish there, the 3 to 5 day or whatever it is. I bought the yearly this year, but I would love to see it compared to the other states, and that would probably change their minds.
Yeah, that would be a game changer. Hey, let's go ahead and do a giveaway here tonight, guys. Hey, let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's do these. Give me just 1 second here, Joey.
Stacey, while you're doing
I got to meet old Daniel Foley today.
I got a chance to use these yesterday. Put one of these on the bottom of your sabaki rig, or just put them on their single.
Joey, what did you call that rig?
I call it sabaki. What do you call it?
A sabisky, but I think it's, I don't know how in the world you pronounce that thing.
But I will fix it for everybody. Get you a Foley spoon. I can say that. Get you one of these. They work awesome. Dale's Tackle has them. Daniel Foley donated these, sent them to us. I'm giving them away. They are awesome. Them things.
Let's do it right now. Hey, Joey, let's do that right now. The Foley spoon, let's go ahead and give that away here this afternoon. We got almost 200 viewers in with us on Facebook and YouTube. And give me a number between 1 and 5, and I'm fixing to choose somebody here.
Let's do lucky number 3. And the winner, these are the 2 packs I have left. Your choice. I will try to ship it in the morning or tomorrow. So you'll get it pretty quick. These things are a couple dollars a piece, and they work well.
Ken McCarty.
Ken McCarty. Get a hold of me or Stacy through Messenger. I will get these out to you ASAP. And they are awesome. And thank you, Mr. Foley at Spoon there. Daniel Foley, we appreciate your donations to the show. Anybody that donates to this show, it's appreciative. I promise you, it means a lot to me and Stacy.
Yes, it does. And, you know, I made mention of it last week. Everything, we don't charge nothing, no kind of advertisement fee. We ain't getting into all that. Me and Joy make absolutely nothing. We go in the hole on this right here. We do it because we love it, and we just want to try to help you. And maybe for the ones trying to get started, got questions. If we don't know them, there's a lot of people in chat here that I know that is more than welcome to help any way possible with this right here.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Joey, let's just go ahead tonight. Let's do another giveaway right now while we're here. And Brian Norrisworth, let me pull this right here up just a second. Brian Norrisworthy from Catfish America. Largest catfishing group that I know of, over 50,000 people that is a member of this right here. Thank you so much for being a part. He's the one that named me and you the Blues Brothers.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And, so he's been very generous, and he got a few stickers and some stuff like that. And he's got a little package he wants to give away tonight. And so let's go ahead and do that right there while we're here. So I'm trusting everybody's done come in the chat, done put SDC somewhere in this chat bar, because that right there is what we're looking for.
If you haven't, make sure you do it, because we got a good prize at the end of the show. So
they don't want to miss that prize at the end, Joey.
Stick around.
Give me just 1 second here.
Let's do a lucky number. Yeah, there you go.
I'm ready. I'm waiting on you.
Okay.
Go for it. Give me a number.
Let's do number 2.
Wow.
Hey, I think he sent me a message showing that. That's a beautiful picture, too.
Where did it go to?
Is it Rex? JJ, hush. Come here.
Here it comes.
Come here, buddy.
I'm waiting for it to pop up. My computer's a little on the slow side here, but it's coming.
What are you doing?
Well, I got the name here. There it goes. Chris Doss. Chris, you want a package here from Brian Norrisworthy at Catfish America. Chris, you can contact me, Stacy Gasson on Facebook. Send me a message right there, and I'll get your address and stuff, and I can get it to Brian Norrisworthy at Catfish America, and he'll make sure he gets that to you. Chris, thank you for being a part of our program this afternoon.
Thank you,
guys.
Chris.
We got 2 more giveaways. Do what, Joey?
I was telling Chris, thanks for tuning in, and congratulations. All of y'all also, if you tune in on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, it's all the same thing. So all of y'all are eligible. So just throwing that out there.
We got 2 more giveaways that we want to do. And Joey, I want to try to keep the program around 30 minutes tonight. I want to appreciate everyone for tuning in. Guys, just remember, whatever you're doing when out there, just treat it like if you're fishing in your backyard in your own pond. That's what I told a guy one time. I says, you don't mind taking all these fish out? I said, surely you'll let me come and fish in your pond and catch all I want. He said, no, I won't neither. I said, well, what's the difference? I said, you see how it affects what you got here, it affects what you got over here.
Yeah.
Fishing in another place. So I said, just be mind worthy of what's going on. Just be a good steward of what's been entrusted to you, and try to just make sure that whatever you're doing, think about your kids and your grandkids. And I want to see fishing continue to be strong. I want to see the quality of fish continue to be strong.
Right.
Not only in my generation, but my kids and my grandkids' generation, they can go and catch some fish and catch some decent fish.
Yeah.
I know where we at, sometimes people just want to go not just catch a decent fish, they just want to catch a fish, and they seem to be sometimes hard to come by.
Same here, Stacy. The group Alabama, one of my favorite groups, has a song that hits home. It's only ours to borrow. Let's save some for tomorrow. We got to pass it on down, guys. I mean, catch you some fiddlers or something. Go catch you a mess of channel cats and cook them up. But them big trophy cats, man, save them.
Yeah.
Save them.
Hey, I got another giveaway I want to do, and we're going to get ready to give this rod and reel away here at the end. So this right here is going to be a package from me. I have a guy that's donated some money, wanted to give some SmackDown stuff away. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I think I can do a hat and a t-shirt for this person. So ever who wins this right here, make sure you contact me on Stacy Gaston, or you can contact me on my Facebook, SmackDown Catfishing, and I get it from there. I'd rather you contact me, though, on Stacy Gaston on my page, my personal page from there. So let's go ahead right now and let's do this right here giveaway to this one right here. Then we're going to give out rod away here at the end.
Stacy, I can't get STDC to put in on my computer. I want that.
Don't worry about
that. Let's do lucky number 4 this time. And thank you to the guy behind the scenes that donated that package. While you're drawing that, June the 30th, I believe we're going to be giving away 4 $100 gift cards to Dale's Tackle. So make sure June the 30th to be my 46th birthday. We're going to have us a big show, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. There you go. It's going to be a must-see.
Here it is. Team Just Keep It Real, Reelin, Michael Burton. Michael, if you would, you can contact me, and I'm going to make sure you get this right here, man.
I like that. Just keep reeling. I like that. I don't guess I know Michael, but congratulations, Michael. Just keep reeling. I like it.
Y'all give me just a second. Joel, we got a good crowd in here with us tonight, man. Over 200 viewers here on Tuesday night.
Big Bama Bryan's tuned in. Billy Joe Eldridge. Maurice Kaysen, Jeff Mayfield, James Dockery, Jim Catman Clark, Jeff Jackson, Muskrat, Mike Sampson, Steve Stacy. They just all in here.
Hey, let me go ahead and share who all else is in here with us, Joey, while I'm pulling this up.
I seen Michael Jordan was in here.
You talking about the Michael Jordan?
The Michael Jordan. Ricky Harvey, Shannon, Doc. Big shout out to Doc, Stacy. He finally got settled in Alabama, and he, I'm kind of jealous of him, really.
Joey, I hope he's got me and you a room in there.
He told me he's got us a room to we can lay the smack down in there and take us a nap. Carl Wells, Robert Thomas, appreciate you, Robert. Jeff Jackson, man, you're right. They are Chad Bryant, you know he's in there.
Listen, they get that chat running so fast I can't hardly keep up with it as it's running by.
It's rolling. Dustin Fowles in there. All of y'all want to check his new boat wrap out? Check him out. It's pretty sharp. Also, I want to give Dale's Tackle a shout out. Stacy, I want to give you a big shout out too. You can see it every day by somebody else, Stacy, that I don't know. Maybe you know them. that is appreciative of what you do, the encouraging words that you always put on your Facebook page. It's encouraging. You nothing but respect for you, buddy.
I'm going to share this, Joey, and I'm going to get ready to close. We're going to give this right away.
All right.
You know, something hit me. I've always tried. I've tried really hard, to do what's right. Probably a couple of years ago, it really hit me hard. Probably trying to live a life and thinking, man, I had it all together, and all of a sudden my world comes crumbling down. And I was sitting there one day, man, and thinking about life, and I said, you know what? The last thing that I want to happen, the last thing I want to happen in my life is at the end of my life, regret that I didn't do any better.
Yeah.
I said, it's in my own hands. And, it's a struggle sometimes. It's just part of life. And, I said, I really want to try to make a positive difference in somebody else's life. I don't want to be known as a grumpy old man, that in that manner and carries on that kind of lifestyle. I said, I just want to be able that at the end of my life, I can say, I try to do my best and to make an impact in other people's life, because at the end of your life, that's really all that's going to matter is what I say is, what have you done with Jesus?
Right.
And so I want to read this, and I'm going to close. We're going to give away this reel from Real Cat Nappers. Steve and Rachel Stacy has donated to us. Guys, we're in a time of turmoil, chaos in our country. Literally, you can turn the TV on and people burning buildings down and destroying businesses and dragging people out of trucks and beating them and killing them. A time of chaos. I will tell you this, I don't want to be a preacher of doom and gloom, but if you think it's bad now, you wait till the time of tribulation gets here, because this ain't nothing compared to when he said end of times get here. But I do want to share and leave you with this, because Jesus said these words. He said, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In this world, you're going to have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And that's the promise and the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. Give me another number right here, Joey, and we're going to give this rod right here away. Steve and Rachel Stacy from RealCatNappers.com, they have donated this right here, guys. If you win it, and if you know him, you can just contact him directly. If not, you can get a hold to me on my Facebook page at Stacy Gaston, and I'll make sure that you get that right there. Joey, give me a number right here between 1 and 5.
Let's do number 5 this time, Stacy. I think while you're drawing that name, Will Timmy got a hold of me today, and they're having a big donation tournament for a cancer donation tournament. They got a $500 donation for the biggest fish from JP Marine in Evansville, Indiana. That benefit tournament is August the 29th, and it's around Evansville, Indiana. If anybody wants details or anything, get a hold of Will Timmy, Temme, on Facebook, and holler at him. He wanted me to give a shout out for that. So there you go. I try to be a man of my word. Sometimes I forget. So there you go, Will.
Hey, Buck Gorum. He is the winner here of this rod right here. Thank you for Buck for tuning in with us, man. Appreciate you being a part of our program right here. Guys, so many people has tuned in with us. Adam Draws, Jeff Jackson, Kevin Walters, Bradley Thomas, Bobby Joe Etheridge is tuned in. Jim Catman Clark, he's tuned in with us. Thank y'all, guys.
Hey, Big Lau or Cindy was on here earlier too, Stacy. What you're saying about them being tuned in?
If you ain't tuned in, you need to be.
You got that.
I'm gonna get a hat with that put on there. Guys,
yeah.
God bless y'all. For the ones that won a prize here this afternoon, make sure you contact me. I can get your address and get in touch with these people. Remember the great sponsors that have donated this program. Remember who they are, so help support their business. We thank them. They are part of this program right here, and they're part of these giveaways. Dale's Tackle, Cat Napper, Real Cat Napper rods, Foley spoons, Chris Baggett.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
There you go.
There you go, right there.
I appreciate that, Stacy. There's some good ones, man. It really is. It's I love it. Like Stacy said earlier, we don't make a dime off of it. We just let y'all join in our daily conversations because we chat about this about every day, and it's we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the people in the chat, their interaction, and that's why we do it.
Guys, God bless y'all. We look forward to seeing y'all next Tuesday night. Maybe we can get somehow or another in the next couple of weeks, get Big Blue Hunter to get some good reception, and we can get him back here with us. Because, guys, I'm telling you, he is a card to be around.
He is.
God bless y'all. Have a great afternoon. May the Lord have a hedge of protection about you, your family, and your kids to protect you from any harm or danger, any sickness or disease, in Jesus' name. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh, Aaron Churchwell was tuned in. Scott Childers, Kevin Walters. They was all in here tonight, Stacy.